Good morning and welcome. It's your boy Tater Too Real, where we always keep it too real. And today, guys, I want to show you a video of Deion Sanders' recent interview about Colorado spring football practices. And one thing I really want to point out is I like the way he approaches his team. He has that old school coaching style. You can really tell he learned a lot from guys like Bobby Bowden, Mickey Andrews, Jimmy Johnson, Mike Zimmer, all these legendary hard-nosed coaches. And he's coaching that way at Colorado. So sit back, relax, enjoy this interview. I'll give you my conclusion. Stay tuned, and here we go.
How's everyone? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Wonderful start today. The kids gave themselves a C. I let them grade themselves. I think they gave themselves a C because they felt like they could do better, understanding the tempo, the thought process, the commitment to excellence, the consistency of just staying involved. That was a fast-paced practice. We got a lot of work done, got a lot of reps. I'm excited. I really am excited about what I saw today. And they competed tremendously.
All right, we got a mic on both sides, so raise your hand for a question, and please introduce yourself.
You're right. Brandon Cristal from KOA, your radio partner. You had mentioned you didn't love the spring break in the middle of practice, but can you maybe make it a positive to check what they can retain potentially?
No, it's not a positive. It's not a positive. It's like when you love something, do you want to break from it? You don't want to break from it, then come up and try to recant where you left off at. That's not. Take a break on your honeymoon. Then come back and try to make it happen. It ain't the same. All right, so I don't like it in betwixt because, these are young men, different maturation levels. So some people you tell don't go out there and do the A, B, C, and D, and they do it anyway because you told them not to. They got to still touch the oven and see if it's hot. Some guys are going to work their butts off and stay in shape and lift and make sure they come back prepared because they know it's a lot at stake for the spring for them personally. But no, I would never fall in love with having a break in betwixt spring practices, not whatsoever.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Excellent.
Nikki Edwards, CU Sports Report. You're very attuned to how your son Sheduer plays, but when you look towards spring practice, and what do you want to see out of him, and what do you want to see him perform and develop on?
Consistency. Understand it's a new offense. It's his third offense in 3 years. Understanding the nuances of the offense, getting to know the receivers. I mean, if you watch his practice, you could tell he and Jimmy and Travis, they have something special. It's because, first of all, Travis came with him. They worked together last season, but Jimmy has done so much work in the indoor and since we arrived, and they have they know one another real well. We got to get that consistency and that communication with all the different receivers and that trust. That's probably the best word, trust. And I have no doubt. I know what he's going to do throwing the darn football, and he's very accurate. He's a very accurate quarterback, but just understanding all the nuances of the offense and then incorporating what he does well. You just can't come and scrap what he just did. You got to involve some of the things that he did well, and that's why Brett Bartolone, our receivers coach, is here, and that was our OC last year, to incorporate that as well.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing, sir?
Over here. Nick Rothschild, number 7. The decision to have the kids earn their jersey numbers, is there a story behind that, and what are you hoping that creates?
I'm old school. Anybody here over 45? Didn't we have to earn every darn thing we got? Ain't nobody gave us nothing. So this whole new thing, first of all, we got this new thing now in college football about double numbers. We didn't have. If somebody gave you a double number in college, that assured that you weren't gonna play. That's how it was, wasn't it? Now it's like normal, and you got to earn stuff. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. We got kids that ain't played a snap, and you want to be one. You know what number 1 meant back in the day for us? That you were that one. Now you got number 1 getting the frame tore out of him out there on the field. Like, come on, you got to be crazy. Now it's a fight in the stands because the mama's wearing number 1 and her son, her baby's getting murdered out there. Like, come on. Like, it's just a new day. Single digits was something you had to be him. You had to be him. Now you got lineman 1, zeros and threes. Okay, if I give a lineman that number, the DB or the receiver or the running back can't take that big number. So now I got a deficit of numbers. So all this stuff is strategic. But I'm old school, man. I come from the place you got to earn it. My school closed I went school shopping. I had to get a job and work and earn that. And that's why I appreciate those kind of things. That's why my kids have to earn things. Everything they've gotten in life, they had to earn it and work for it. So I don't give them nothing. If you know me and how I parent, you would understand that they don't get handed nothing. They had to earn it.
Hi, Coach. Jack Carlo with Buffalo's Wire. Just curious if there are any boxes that you want to see this team check kind of by the end of spring practice.
Every box. There's a lot of empty boxes. I want to see every box checked. Coaching, boxing, coaching, boxes, everything. I got to see how the coaches communicate with the players. I got to see how the players communicate with the coaches, strength and conditioning, the training staff, the equipment staff. We're checking everything because this is a total commitment effort of unification to win. It's not just us on the field. Everybody in this darn building got to understand that we're winners. And change has to be provoked. And that's why we're here. But we're trying to check every darn box. If it was great, I wouldn't be here.
Hey there, Coach. Ariel Orsuto, 9 News. We weren't able to be in there to see it. I know you said
That's good.
They said they worked hard, but can you just paint us a picture in your best ability? What was it like in there? Bring us in there.
It was a fast tempo. We don't take breaks. We had two. What we called it is I don't have my script with me. I'm trying to think of the darn name. I forgot it just that quick. But the practice is fast paced. It's no idle feet, and you can't walk between the lines. Everything is running. Everything is station to station, drill to drill, and you work quick. And you have 5 to 6 plays. Thank you, sir. 6 plays at a time. You start off with a turnover circuit, which is really fast-paced. Team takeoff, which is offense running routes. Quarterback make bad throws. They got to go get the ball. Defense is doing pursuit. Now we got Indy where we're getting them ready for tempo. Tempo is fast-paced, man. 5 plays, 1s versus 1, 2s versus 2s, 3s versus 3s. The ball started on the 20-yard line, then we go to special teams. Now, while you're at special teams, if you're not on special teams, your defensive coaches, offensive coaches are still working with those particular positions. So it ain't no standing around just because you're not on special teams. You're still getting work. We got one-on-one. That's a challenge. Receivers versus the DBs, running backs versus the linebackers, O-line doing what they got to do. Then here we go 7-on-7, 2 spot. So we got 1s versus 2s, 2s versus 1s, then the 3s. After that, team tempo. 1s versus 1, 2s versus 2, 6 plays, 6 plays, 6.
There it is, Deion Sanders' recent coaching interview about the spring football practice. And like I said, guys, the main thing that I found with this interview is that he's a no-nonsense coach. He's old school and he's straightforward with his players. You guys let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this interview? This is your boy Tater Too Real, where we always keep it too what? Too real. Holla.